I think we're about live. Hope. Welcome to Monday nights. Bubbly Maths. I'm Caroline from Bubbly Maths, and I'm presenting resources for AIMSEC. And they have a wonderful website called Aiming High, where they have resources that are designed to help with teachers that work in rural and disadvantaged areas. They provide professional development for those teachers, and now they are adding home learning guides and inclusion guides, and those I'm using those to present these activities to make your life easier and more effective at home. So tonight we're going to make one of our paper sticks in preparation for tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning the activity will be 9 o'clock, will be for 7 to 18-year-olds, and there's definitely some intense work here for 16 to 18-year-olds, and indeed university level. In fact, one of the activities I've actually done on a course that I did with students that were at a master's level. I wasn't at that level, but it was an activity used in a master's mathematics course to students doing a master's. So that doesn't mean to say it's unattainable. It's absolutely attainable, because I was able to do it without having a degree in mathematics. But I'm just saying that we've really do have activities from the youngest to the most advanced learners of this activity. So the things you want to be doing, and I'm just grabbing some URLs for you here to put in the right. I will get there. I will succeed. I will definitely succeed. Here we go. I can see the live, and I'm just putting some URLs. Now these are URLs you want to watch ideally before the morning, or before you watch the live. Of course, all the lives are recorded and they're available for use. So I'm just putting up some URLs that are going to be helpful to you. And so watch the videos, and the videos help tell you how to make the paper sticks and also to make a puzzle. So we're going to make a puzzle, and I will just moving around different screens. Here we go. There's a puzzle, and there is how to make the paper sticks. So I hope that dot there doesn't affect it. There's a dot on there. I'll just put another one on without the dot, and maybe that'll be better. Oh no, it did seem to work. So, oh yeah, we've got 3 of them now. Anyway, so I'm going to make a paper stick. Now let's see if I can make sure I can do that. So this is preparation for tomorrow morning. And in preparation, you want ideally to have at least, it's working, hooray, it wasn't working earlier. Have at least 6 paper sticks, ideally more, have a whole bunch of paper sticks. It's a good plan. So what we're going to do is take a sheet of scrap A4 paper and fold it over. It doesn't have to be A4 paper. This is scrap A4 paper. You can use scrap newspaper. The only thing that's super important is that that all the stick lengths must be the same. So use the same size paper for all your sticks. I do have this piece of scrap paper, so I'm going to use that. But please do use newspaper. Crikey, I can't say it. Newspaper. I fold it in thirds. So first of all, I fold it in half along the long edge. And then I'm folding it in thirds, which is quite a nice activity. Get your young learners to make these themselves. That's a really nice activity for dexterity. Practice them folding into thirds. It doesn't have to be exactly thirds, but they might just automatically go to half. And it's a nice little activity to practice going to thirds. Back in the day when we used to write letters and put them in envelopes, we used to have to fold paper into thirds. That was part of our life skills, but that's not a thing anymore. Then what you're going to do is you're going to get some string. This is just normal packaging string, the sort of stuff you might cook with, that sort of thing. I just got this in the shop where I buy pens, just around the corner, just a little shop where they sell everything. And I'm making the string more than 3 times the length, the width of the paper, because ideally these, if we want to, if you're just going to make this shape and keep it, then great, just make it about that much longer so that you can tie it easily enough. But if you want to reuse these, then make them nice and long so that you can tie them with a bow and then undo them again. The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to use, of course it disappeared, here it is. I'm going to use masking tape, because that way we can, well, this bit isn't going to be painted, but you can colour over, and I'm sticking this down so that when we pull this tight in this direction or pull this tight in this direction, the string doesn't get pulled out of the stick. So now folding over, and then I'm going to roll it up nice and tight, as tight as you can. Now, if some of them come out not so tight, that's fine. It's not the end of the world. It's just that the tighter they are, the better it is. And the more I do this, the better I get at it. This is not my forte. Of course, I keep doing it, and the more you do it, the better you get at it. And that's my policy in life. I'm always learning. There's no such thing as I can't. There we go. Now we've folded it, if you notice, so that all the loose ends, the open bits of paper, are all inside. So it's a nice, neat ending there. Hello. Thank you. And of course, ideally you would have lots of bits of paper, of tape attached to the side of the table. There we go. So we have a paper stick, and then we're going to find out how to attach them all together tomorrow. If you can make at least 6 per person. If you can't, that's fine. You can always do it another time, but these are we do a lot of activities with paper sticks, so you can't have too many paper sticks. I'm actually running out. I've got a bag full here and I'm starting to run out, so I'm going to make a few paper sticks, a few extra paper sticks. I'm always buying bits of string so that I can make lots of paper sticks. And I'm going to now change this back. Oh, I've just realised something. I'm terribly sorry. I didn't actually do a screen share, did I? I'm awfully sorry. Let me do the screen share. Oh my goodness. I didn't do a screen. I need a producer. If anybody fancies becoming a producer for me, please, 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 I need a producer. You can produce from anywhere in the world, but these lives will be so much better. Right, so now that I've done it once, I'm going to do it again. And you can now see my screen. You can actually see what I'm doing. This is what I just spent the last 5 minutes wittering on about. And then on top of it, I'm like this. So you've been looking at the corner of my head. Oh my goodness. Right, welcome everybody to another live adventure with Caroline from Bubbly Maths. I am the absolute epitome, is that the right word, of how to make magnificent mistakes and stay open to coming back for more and keeping smiling and keeping a great attitude. And I'm saying it myself about myself, because these are the keys to remaining a happy mathematician, keeping engaged, keeping happy, not ever getting maths anxiety. I'm not ever saying that I haven't been anxious about solving a problem in maths, but I have found a lot of challenges. And by keeping a positive attitude, and when things go wrong, okay, that was another magnificent mistake. What did I learn? I learned, actually, in this particular instance, I just need a producer. I think no matter how many years I do this, I've started in March doing this, I've done lives before, but doing it on a regular basis with using technology where we go over here and the visualizer and the screen over there and goodness knows what, and pressing buttons and right. So let me do that again. This time I'm going to do it now that you haven't seen it with paper. This was done with an A4 sheet of paper, just a normal printing paper. I'm now going to do it with, excuse me, with a newspaper. Since I did mention it, well, I may as well do it. So you want to make sure you take, if it has staples, take the staples out. You don't want any young people getting staples stabbed into their hands. I will be making a few of these tonight. I will be, okay, now we want them all to be about the same width. Now you can make them longer, but what I'm thinking is I can make some nice rigid ones if I fold it in half. Let's get that away. In half, nice and carefully, and then in half again. I'll have fairly short sticks. They'll all be the same length, but they'll also be quite substantial. And now half again. And now again, so you didn't see it last time, you just heard me wittering on about it, fold it in thirds. Great activity for young learners. Get the experience of folding. There's a whole video that I did with my friend James about folding things in thirds, and it's a lovely exercise. So what I was saying was I use more than 3 times the width of the paper because I reuse my sticks, and that way I can tie them in a bow rather than knots, and I can undo them and use them again. Now we take the string onto the paper so that when we're pulling them tight on either end, it doesn't pull the string through. Now we're going to wrap the loose bits of paper inside, and that loose bit stays on top. And then when we roll it up, we roll it up as tightly as we possibly can. The younger you are, the less tight it's going to be, and that's okay. Life, we're here to learn, and it's the younger that you are, the less experience you've got. So I shouldn't have any excuses, but there you go. And now it's from here again. Nice long bit. If you keep this bit too short, they can, because that is under quite a lot of pressure there. You want a nice long bit of tape there to hold it in. If you can use masking tape, the great thing about it is that you can paint it. So especially early years learners, or anybody really, if you want to decorate it, you can. You can always cover it with other materials. But this way, if you use masking tape, you can actually paint it or use markers to decorate it. So that is a paper stick. I should be making lots of these tonight. And I'll just review what we're going to be doing. Now I'll stop sharing, now that I've remembered to start sharing. And okay, hello, I'm back. So now I'm going to have a look. Wait a minute, now I can share the actual document. Wait a minute, I can do this. I can do this, screen share. Can I actually find the actual document? Ooh, I can. Oh my goodness. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Somebody did suggest that I do this, and I thought, I don't know how to do that. Well, you know what? I can do it, and I have done it. This is fantastic. So as I was saying at the beginning, we are these are resources are being written and provided to us by AIMSEC via their Aiming High website. There, look at that. I can highlight bits and make it look fancy. And Aiming High is the place where the AIMSEC provides professional development for teachers that work, well, teachers in Africa and at no cost. I'm one of the people that does fundraising for the bursaries for teachers, so that they can go at no cost, and there's a lot of time spent doing fundraising. So again, if this is something that calls you, because the end beneficiaries are the young learners, the children that live in rural and disadvantaged areas in Africa, and that includes Kenya, Tanzania, as well as South Africa and other countries, and Limpopo. I can't remember the name of it. There's another little country that's landlocked inside South Africa. And so these resources are high quality resources, and what's been added, and the reason why I'm doing these lives, is to help people who are educating with maths at home. And these resources have now been converted for home learning by one amazing Tony Beard and other people that are helping, but mainly Tony. And so I'm presenting them, she's writing them, and I'm presenting them. So we have and the team, of course, and the team in AIMSEC in Cape Town. So we have, this is what we're going to make tomorrow. This is the design that we're going to make. So as you can see, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sticks, and then that'll be the puzzle. So we'll deal with that. Ideally have more than one person, so it is actually much easier to do in pairs. You can extend it. You can then make it. We're going to make one shape, and then we're going to make another shape with 12 sticks. So that would mean you'd need a total of 6 plus 12. And so if you want to be ready to do that, go ahead and make 6 plus 12 sticks. Well, okay, you're the grown up, 18 sticks. We'll have an activity for the young children at 10 o'clock. So 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, we'll do the activity for the 7 to 18-year-olds. And then at 10 o'clock, I always do a session for early years. And again, we'll get sticks out, and we'll have a different, more simple conversation, introducing simple concepts like triangles and how triangles can turn into solid shapes. And then I'm sharing the YouTube links there in the description, in the comments. Thank you, below. And so if you can have a look at those, that would be great. And then we'll be just looking at what we notice about shapes. So I'll have made one, and if they haven't made the one themselves, then they'll be able to look at the one that I'm holding. And then we've got way more advanced ideas for years 10 to 13, some really valuable symmetry work out of this one little tetrahedron. Here it is. There's what we're going to make. And there are 24 symmetries in the shape, and it's quite a lovely feat to do it, and it's a beautiful exercise for 16 to 18-year-olds to do. And you have to be systematic, you have to be thorough, but you get a lot of revelations about symmetry when you're doing it. So we'll be looking at that a little bit. We'll just be visualizing the different symmetries, and then and just examining the shape. So it's, as you can see, I'm just going to read this because Tony's written it better than I have. So it enables learners to make models. They can handle and examine 3D shapes. So they're able to visualize and discuss, explore, discover the properties of, in this particular case, a tetrahedron for themselves. By the way, you might be wondering what a tetrahedron is. You might have heard of it as a triangular-based pyramid, which, if you just think about what that versus the Giza pyramids, that's a nice little learning in of itself, to see the difference between a triangular-based pyramid and a Giza pyramid. And I'm not saying what it is. Allow the young learners to work it out for themselves. Pictures and see what the differences are. And so for making the models, you've got developing the visualization, the ability to describe the characteristics and the properties, and to examine the symmetry. So we'll be looking at symmetries at all levels, including the early years learners because they can see the symmetry in their hands. So we'll be looking at it from that point of view. So that's what we're going to be doing in the morning. I apologize for making a stick. Andy, there are no words. I have nothing to say. I have no comment. So I hope you enjoyed that. I don't even think I did any more sharing. I just, thanks. Terry said he couldn't see. Thank you, Terry. I'm giving him some help. What kind of sticks? These kind of sticks, Jen. These sticks. These are great. I don't know what. Sorry. These are the sticks. Have you seen it now, Jen? Tell me you've seen it. Please tell me you've seen it. There are the YouTube links down below, which will enable you to look at them, or you can replay the replay and watch me looking down at the side of the table. Okay, I'm just going to go now. I'm just leaving now. So thank you very much for joining. Thank you for letting me know, Terry. But of course, I was busy making it and not seeing your comment. But I really appreciate your input. Terry's super helpful. He always lets me know when there's technical problems or how to improve the lighting and all kinds of things. Thank you, Terry. And not for the triangle. No, for the triangle. What kind of sticks? Is that a joke, Jen? I'm not with it yet. I'll have to have a chat with you on Facebook now. I'm lost. I'm lost. Okay. Thank you very much. And I'm going to stop the share and I'm going to go and stop the live. Thank you very much. I will see you tomorrow. 9 o'clock is the next one. 10 o'clock for early years. 9 o'clock for 7 to 18-year-olds. And then tomorrow night we'll be preparing for Wednesday's live. We'll see what we come up with. I think it might have to do with spinning. I don't know. I'll find out. I get told what I'm doing. Thank you. Take care.